For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to manually find a time slot. I'm going to schedule a group appointment and I'm going to make it recurring. Okay, and then from there, we'll see what we have for workflow requests and questions. Okay, so I'm going to come here to where it says My Schedule. That brings up this full scheduler. Okay, this is where I can come in and say, well, I want to look for something next week. So I'm just clicking on the day. Well, I don't want to look at one day at a time. So I'm coming up here to the upper left. So everybody see where I am, upper left. And I have 1, 5, 7, 31 day views. I'm going to say, show me a 5-day view. Okay, and now I can move through my 5-day views just by clicking on the calendar. So that's 1 week out, 2 weeks out. When I find the time slot I want, I'm just going to double click it. So just double click. It knows that I want it on my scheduler because I clicked on my own. Okay, but if I have a different resource over here selected, I could make it for them instead of me. Okay, see that on the right-hand side. Okay, on here, what I want to do is change this event type. I want to say this is group therapy. That's going to change the color of the event on the calendar. Your clinic may have different values here. Okay, so you'll want to get in tune with your local admins about what you're supposed to pick for what kind of appointments, or have them set up your staff default so it's easier for you. Okay, here where it says link to client, instead of pressing the green plus button, I'm going to use the black little down arrow. Okay, so the green plus button would allow me to select one client. So if I was making just an individual appointment like we did earlier, I would use the green plus. Instead, I'm using the black arrow to have more options. You'll also, before I select group, which is what we're going to do, I also want to point out that you have an option for new intake right here. So you're able to add a new intake from here if your process is find an appointment first and then add a referral. Okay, for now I'm going to go to select group and then search for group. Okay, and then I'm going to select the group I want to use. And I'm going to say anger management group. What that does is it puts in all of the clients who are part of that group. Okay, now I can say it's part of the anger management program. The service is group therapy, and the payers will be patient specific later. And I'll go ahead and create that linked group appointment now. Okay, that brings me to a different screen. If you're taking attendance at the front office as opposed to the clinician taking attendance, you can check people in this way. So we can say they showed up. Okay, there's also a shortcut to mark everybody has showed up, and then I could say, well, this guy didn't show up.